my today's tutorial, which is on the different types of requirements that we have, starting from business requirements, functional requirements, and stakeholder requirements. I'll walk you through a simple case study about a net banking application, about one of the use cases of net banking application, and help you understand the difference between these three type of requirements. So, hi guys. Today's tutorial is basically on like I mentioned, it is on business requirements versus stakeholder requirements versus functional requirements. I have picked up a simple use case of BFSI domain case study, which simply just helps you understand the use case of mobile banking application of fund transfer. Okay. So, uh, let's start. So, basically, the background here is to understand that there is some safe bank which wants you to enhance its mobile applications with fund transfer. Obviously, behind every business initiative, behind every business decision to implement a new feature or come up with a completely new software, the underlying reason is that they are either facing some issues in their current ecosystem, maybe their clients are facing certain issues, or there is some competitive advantage or any kind of opportunity that they want to leverage into the market against all their competitors. Okay, so I will start here. This is just from one use case where they have identified the need, that where as in their users are facing certain issues. So every business, like I told you, every business decision is always backed by certain reasons, which we in business analysis, which we categorize as a need. And need is always because of a problem or an opportunity. So that's why the issues here are dependency on branch, complex net banking, and customer dissatisfaction. So if I help you crack down them in a bit, if I help you understand them to a bit lower level, which means that every time if their user wants to transfer money from account A to account B, so maximum people have to visit the branches, which is obviously not a very usable experience and not a very happy experience if the people have to physically transfer go to the bank branches. Second is, at times, I mean, there is a certain demography of people who are not very well equipped with the net banking ecosystem, that is logging into the net banking application, going through various multi-factor authentications, then selecting the beneficiary and stuff. So that is also not a very usable experience. Hence, and the third, which was hence because of these up to previously two mentioned reasons, this is causing customer dissatisfaction, and which obviously impacts the customer loyalty and the customer experience. So, on identification of these three factors, they came up with understanding that yes, they need to do certain changes into their application so that they can go ahead and provide a more scalable and a more user-friendly application on the ease of their hand. Everybody has smartphones these days with a working internet, so they wanted to give this experience to their users. Okay, so before that, let's understand from this complete ecosystem perspective that what is the business requirement here. So business requirement is why do we need these changes, and in the previous slide we clearly understood that why these changes were required. Why? Because they were facing certain customer dissatisfaction, maybe certain customer dropouts, because of all the two mentioned reasons, that there had huge dependency of the customers had to visit to the nearest bank branches, or at times where the users were not able to navigate very smoothly through the net banking applications, the web applications that this safe bank had. So the why, when we talk about the why part of a requirement, why do we need it? So we always categorize the why part into business requirements. Why do we need this? Because our business lacks this capability. So whenever we talk about business requirement, it always fulfills that so and so capability is required. How are we going to do it? What features will be added into the system? What is the need of the stakeholders? Nothing. So simply when we have to understand that why are we doing a certain change, that categorizes under our business requirement. I hope this is clear. So once the why is clear, Okay, we understood whether it's a need or an opportunity. And a need is, sorry, where we understand whether it's a problem or an opportunity. So once we understand that majorly potential customers are facing a problem, hence it comes under our business requirements. The business requirements are simply the capability a solution must have so as to cause a more user-friendly atmosphere for their customers. Okay. And also business requirements, till the time we are discussing the business requirements, you have to be very sure that we don't talk about the solution specifications. That means what features, what drop downs, what pages, what UI changes need to be added in our current application to meet these requirements. We don't talk about it. Right now in business requirements, we just talk about what is it that we need, how we do it, how needs to happen in our application, what needs changes need to happen in our system, what is it that the stakeholder needs. Everything will be discussed later. Till the time you are finalizing your business requirements, we never talk about solution specifications. We always keep our business requirements solution agnostic. Okay. Then comes our stakeholder requirements. So basically, the stakeholder requirements are nothing but what is it that our stakeholder needs. So whatever problems that they were facing, so these might be just two of them that we have mentioned, that yes, there is a lot of customer dependency, there is a lot of customer, the bank branch dependency on the customers, that they have to visit it. So they, what they needed, they need a simple solution that can solve their problem in the click of their hand. Something with an easy click on their hand, they can just get their fund transfer done. They don't want a complex system. That is, they don't want anything where they have to navigate to a lot of screens, add a lot of effort, do a lot of clicks. No, they want a simple solution which is very easy to understand. In the same way, they want a secure system which is compliant with all the RBI compliance. Is why? Because it involves money. So they need a very secure system as to which they can trust, and their money is safe within their account and to the pay account to which they are transferring. Okay. So basically, to mitigate that, what changes do we need to do in our system? That is categorized under our functional requirements. I hope this is clear. So business requirement is what is the ask of the business. That is, what are the problems that are faced and how we mitigate those problems, what needs to be done in the application. This is a complete chain of events. Okay. So, from business perspective, we try to understand that the business ask, what capability do we need? We need a capability in our application, that is in our mobile application, that is which supports maximum users by Android and iOS operating systems. Whereas in if they install the mobile application of this bank, they can simply with a click of few seconds, they can transfer, they can make a safe and secure transfer to anyone they wants to pay money. Okay, this is the business ask. What is the stakeholders need? Basically, what is it that the stakeholders need? What all other features that they, if they are adding any account, wrong account number, they should be not allowed to send that money. So they need a basically a trusted and secure system that basically doesn't let them lose on their money. And functional requirements are the ones that helps the system in that helps the users to know that what functionality in their application will help them to make this secure transfer, and how will that happen, where will those buttons, triggers, selection of account numbers, selection of is it an IMPS, that means immediately they want to transfer money, or they can schedule it for some time, or they can schedule it an auto debit for every month. So XYZ, what features do we add in our application in order to meet the business requirement that solves the problems of our customers. So this is how it is uh, uh, related. Okay. So moving ahead, understanding this with an example. So I'll take another example, which is understanding how business requirements translate into associated functional requirements. Okay, so when we talk about, let's take this as an example here. So, understanding how business requirements are translated. So, there is this example, which is the business requirement is the customer shall be capable of viewing the account balance for any account held by him. So, this is not talking about any feature on the screen. It is just simply saying that the user must be capable of viewing their account balance. What periods of account balance, a filtered account balance, mini statement, detailed transactions, nothing. It is simply saying that if a user has one account, multiple account, credit card account, any other account, or a fixed deposit account, recurring deposit account, nothing. It is simply saying that the user should be capable of viewing the account balance of the accounts held by him. So we are not talking about any features like I told you. So what will be the underlying functional requirement here? So the underlying functional requirement will be when the customer chooses to view his account balance, that is a user action. And in this, there should always be a response by a, what do we call, by a system response. So functional requirements are always to and fro. That means with every user action, there must be some user, or there must be some system or solution response. Like for example, when a customer chooses to view his account balance, okay, the net banking shall display the account numbers for all the accounts held by him and provide him with the capability to select the account number to display the balance for. Do you get that? So to meet this capability, these are the features that we have added. But it doesn't stop here, because there are times to meet this particular business requirement, the user must be there must be multiple functional requirements that will satisfy one business requirement. So it's not that only one business requirement will have one functional requirement. No. So what happens is that one business requirement can have multiple functional requirements. Okay. So, does this example have another functional requirement? Yes. So, what is the second functional requirement? It is step 2. When the customer selects the account number from the list of account numbers displayed, shall display the account balance for the account number selected by him. Okay. So, basically, it is display the balance and the, okay. So, firstly, we are giving the capability to select the account number. Second is the system shall display. Once the user selects that account number, that is it. That's when the system displays the account balance. Firstly, we are giving them capability to select the account number for which they want the balance. And secondly, once they select that, the system will display the account balance. Okay, so these are the two functional requirements that will satisfy this particular business requirement. Okay, let's move ahead, guys. So business objective here was to improve customer convenience, reduce branch visits, increase digital adoption. So with the help of these business objective, what is happening is that what the user is trying to achieve, so when we talk about business objective, that is improve customer convenience, reduce branch visits, increase digital adoption. So what are these? These are stakeholder requirements. That what a stakeholder wants, this is the delight that we are giving to the stakeholders, that yes, your problems will be mitigated, and these are the set of problems that we have will be mitigated if we give these features in our application, which will make our system capable enough to give you a better user experience. Okay. So in the first example that I used, what is the business requirement? Enable digital transfer, reduce branch visits by 40%, improve customer satisfaction. So is that making sense now? Are these resonating with each other? And still, if you have any questions, guys, wherever this video is posted, wherever you see this, please leave in your comments. And if there are any questions, I would be happy to help you there. Okay, stakeholder requirements. What are stakeholder requirements? From customer's perspective, easy and secure transfer. This we've already mentioned before. Operations, track their transactions, which is the most important part. That is, if the user wants to track their expenses and they want to track that to how many people they've transferred money this month. So if they are able to do it in their mobile, so an audit trail is maintained, whereas in they can visit and see that how many transfers they have made. And obviously from compliance perspective, it is secure and a compliant system. So these are my stakeholder requirements. From functional requirements perspective, user should be able to add a beneficiary, transfer via IMPS or NEFT, OTP validation, show status, send confirmation. Also validate whether the amount that you're entering should be that should be, I mean, before the fund transfer is initiated, so that a particular amount must be maintained in your account. And also notifying that with the user if there is a minimum account balance that needs to be maintained in your account. So for that, it is very important that the person is notified that after making that transfer, the remaining amount is less than the minimum account balance, and hence you should uh, first try to add or maintain it in any possible way. So these are the guys type of validations, business rules, and stuff that we add in our application, which gives a very easy and a usable experience to our application, whereas in they don't really have to basically put a lot of effort into making a transfer, and they can trust the system and make it very easy and a non-effort task. So with these features, what do? We try to reduce the customer effort score. That is the kind of effort that is required to perform a particular task. So we try to reduce it so as to be able to deliver a better usable experience to our customers. Okay, so how the linking is happening here. So the business requirements improve digital usage, stakeholder requirement easy and secure system, fund transfer is and the functional requirement is transfer button and OTP flow. So these are the basic requirements that we have. These are how our basic business stakeholder and functional requirements are linked. So that brings me to the end of my session. I hope there are certain takeaways, and I would really be very happy to help assist you in the further sessions in case you have any questions. Thank you so much, guys. Have a good day.